Well, we won, as simple as that. You know, it's. I think to describe the game, I think it was winning ugly. You know, it was.
Which is what you've asked for, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, and to be fair, you know, the pitch, was heavy. The actual wind just made the game an absolute lottery. But yeah, the lads have won, and like I say, that's all we needed.
What did you make of the game as a spectacle? It wasn't a great one, but you know how your side played. It did a job.
Yeah, it did. You know, I thought the first half, I thought we'd blown our chance, to be honest, with the wind, and I don't think we put enough balls in the box. I don't think we created enough chances. But to be fair, second half we tweaked it a little bit because we couldn't get out of our own half for the first 10 minutes. So we went to a 4-3-3, and it seemed to galvanise us a little bit, and we started creating one or two chances. But you know, it was our awful goal, awful game. With 3 points.
I don't want to bore the listeners back home by talking tactics, but you came out with a 4-4-2 formation, which made you look very good going forward. But in the centre and midfield, is it still a learning curve, shall we say, between Adam Murray and Gary Roberts as to exactly who does go forward and who holds? Because once or twice Forest Green hit you on the brain, didn't they?
Yeah, I think what we've got to do, we've got to give Forest Green credit. You know, they've got an excellent away record. I think they've only been beat twice away all season. You know, and that's what they do. You know, we've had reports about them. I've spoken to a lot of people that just said, look, they went up to Southport, and hit Southport on the break 3 or 4 times and came away with a great scoreline. So yeah, I don't think there was anything about Forest Green that surprised me today. I think it was all about us, and I think second half, if I'm honest, I feared the worst for the first 10 minutes because even Maz kicking the ball out, the wind was that strong, it was more or less dropping on the edge of our box. So we put Housey in there, a bit of physical presence, and we played the 3 up there, and like I say, it made us play a little bit more and not go so direct. But just credit to the lads in there because it was heavy, the pitch was heavy, and I think today, they've got what they deserve, which is 3 points.
Real battling performance by a couple of individuals. We'll pick out Lyndon Meikle to start with. How do you think he went in?
I think Lyndon's been one of our most consistent performers all season. And if we could tidy up his end product, we've got one hell of a footballer. But I think the fans really appreciate the kid because they know that every time he pulls on a Mansfield Town shirt, he covers every blade of grass and runs himself into the ground. And that just epitomises Lyndon. To be fair, and for me personally, I'm over the moon for him that he seems to have settled in and sort of grown into this level of football very quickly. Because it's there's always question marks about you when you step up a level, but he's done excellent this season.
What about Gary Roberts? His first appearance here at Field Mill just went off to a standing ovation.
Well, I think every supporter in the ground knows what he's about now, and I think everybody that probably doubted me bringing him in will look now and just say what a great player he is. The ball for the actual goal was absolutely sublime, and that wasn't the first one he played in the game. I think on about 5 or 6 occasions he's played balls future forwards that only someone like Gaz can see, and he's a very, very significant part of the jigsaw puzzle now.
He's now got to maintain that though, hasn't he? Because let's be honest, he started well at other clubs and then things have gone downhill.
Yeah, of course. But I think what Gaz is all about now. I think Gaz is he needs managing. He knows that I'll be hard on him when I need to, but I'll also put an arm around his shoulder when he needs it. And I think Gaz, once again, it's not always the player that's that's at fault. Sometimes you have to meet these players halfway. And what I've said to Gaz is, if he comes in and he's doing the business like he did today, like he did at York, then I'll support him all the way. You've seen today though, he's only getting back to his full match fitness. There's 2 games now. We've probably had to bring him off a bit later on because of, a little bit of tiredness. But he sees things and he plays balls that not a lot of people see at this level. And the ball for the goal, like I say, was absolutely exquisite.
We finish with this point in regard to what this win will do for your side. I mean, it has been a long time since we've had a win. Is it just a case of this is perhaps one small brick in hopefully a new set of foundations that you're building almost?
I just think throughout the season, I have to be consistent with what I've asked for and what I want. That puts us in and amongst once again the playoff path. And as long as we're there, it's going to be a lottery between now and the end of the season. So I'm not asking or calling for anything that I don't think we can achieve. I said I give ourselves realistic goals at the start of the season, and at this present time we're still on track for that realistic goal. So I think for our first season, coming into sort of the early part of January, mid-January, we're doing okay. There's loads of things we can improve on. I don't think we're by far the finished product yet, but I don't think anyone can grumble. I've now, it feels like the club's changing. You know, I see the attitude of the club now, and it puts a smile on my face. You know, I see the supporters coming down and really, you know, they're applauding the lads for their work ethic. Even when we haven't won games here, they've applauded the lads for the work ethic. You know, and I think the lads are starting to hopefully change our mindset. And you know, if we do that, you know, we've got a hell of a future in front of us.
Paul, enjoy the victory. Well done, 1-0 at home. You've got your Mansfield Town career up and running here at Field Mill. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, it's delighted about getting my career up and running, but the most important thing was getting the 3 points today, and every one of the lads grafted in, and great 3 points to get. Otherwise it was a sticky, horrible game to play in, but we grinded the 3 points on.
I was going to say, it's not a pretty win, is it? But it's another win that count just as much.
A win's a win. It doesn't matter how you win it. You know what I mean? 3 points. Whether you win 6-0 or 7-0, you still get the same amount of points. I mean, it was a scrappy game, but I thought we did enough just to shade it, and we deserved the 3 points.
What about your role in the centre of midfield, forming a partnership with Adam Murray?
Yeah, it's nice to play with Muzz. He's older than me, he's experienced, but like I say, it's not just about me and Muzz, it's about the whole 11 lads out there and the lads on the bench. It was a great result for us.
It was still 0 at half time. What did the gaffer say to you? Did he say, look, keep trying to do the same things we're trying to do?
It's just basically, we've worked on it in training all week and stuff, how to like see games out, and obviously he's worked on it this week, how to see them out, and we've learned from that, and obviously you see today we've seen it out to the end and got the reward, 3 points.
I was going to say, your position, you were harrying, you were putting pressure on the midfield. Was that a key factor, do you think, in your victory today?
I think it is at this level, because if you get after people at this level, they'll more than likely make a mistake or give you the ball. But like I say, it doesn't matter obviously what level you play at, you still got to do your bit.
And you played a role in the goal, of course, finding Luke O'Neill on the byline. Talking to the manager, he says you can find passes that other players can't. That must be great to hear.
Oh, it's nice to hear, but like I say, if the pass is there to hit it, I don't see the point in passing it backwards and sideways. You don't get anywhere, so I'll look to try and play forward and play people around goal. If it doesn't come off, 1 in 4 come off, or 1 in 6, and it creates a goal, it's worth the 1 in 6.
And you're not afraid to have a shot, are you?
Oh, well, I'll have a shot, won't I, if it's there. It's the name of the game. You don't shoot, you don't score.
How do you see you as a centre midfielder? Are you happy sitting back, or do you want to be on the front foot making those late runs?
Obviously, I want to create goals. I want to try and supply Greeny with as many goals as I can, and hopefully get myself on the score sheet myself.
What have you made of the club since you've been here?
Well, it's a great bunch of lads, good staff. It's just a good environment, good group. So hopefully now we can pick up more points and get into them players.
Would it be fair to say you are here to kick-start your career?
Well, I'm here because of my own mistakes, but like you say, I'm here to restart my career, and hopefully I'll play 2 games now to try and get it back on track. So, well, that's in the past now, it's the future I'm looking forward to.
I was going to say, in terms of that future, what's the manager said to you? How's your relationship with the gaffer going to develop?
Well, the relationship with the gaffer's been good, and obviously he's talked to me like a man. There's no lying in him. Obviously that's what I like, but like I say, the only way I get a good manager with the gaffer, if he keeps picking me the way I play. If I play well, he'll pick me, and there's no arguments between me and the gaffer if I'm playing well.